Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Skip on the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show, and I'm flying solo today. But we have a great guest for you today, Matt Shea, who is going to be talking about another haunted place in Washington. So, Matt will be with us shortly, and in the meantime, I want to let everybody know that Sharon is not here today. Sharon is at a doctor appointment for her back, so she won't be joining us on the air. I said I would do it on my own, excuse me, and then Matt's going to be with us. So if you're listening in, tell us where you are from and say hi to us. I see Allison is in, and Four Leaf Clover from Kentucky is in and saying hi and checking in. I got a good show for you today. Want to talk to you about a few things. Some of those things are that all of our events are live online. You can find them at psychicspectrum.com. You can join us every Wednesday evening. We do the Psychic Showcase, where you get a free reading from one of the psychics on the panel, and you also learn something about the metaphysical slash paranormal from the speaker. Every week we have a different speaker, a different topic, and this week our speaker is going to be Donna Sebo. And Donna is a psychic in her own right, and she is also an author and a radio show host. She does her own show. And I see Patty and Crystal are in with us. And Crystal's in Eastern Washington, and Patty's not too far from us. Sharon, again, is with her doctor today for her back. She's got some back problems. She's working out. So she won't be joining us here on the radio show today. But I do have Matt Shea, our guest today. And we're going to talk about another haunted place. Now, Sharon tells me that today is a 3-day numerologically, and a 3-day means you are balancing body, mind, and spirit today. So look for that in your actions and what's going on. And JM, hi, JM. She's over there in old Yakima, or as the Indians used to call it, Yakima. And anyhow, that's the Indian name for that town also. That city is called Yakima. So I heard that from the horse's mouth, from a man who was an elder in the tribe over there. So anyhow, let's get to it. Before I bring in Matt, let's see, what else do I need to tell you? Psychic Showcase is Wednesday evening. We had a great time this weekend doing our Talking to the Other Side. Had a full house. It was pretty cool. And let's see, that's right about it. So I think I'm going to introduce Matt to you guys. Matt Shea is, we call him our man on the streets. Okay, and Matt is a local author, and he has written many books. You can find his books at mattsheabooks.net. You can also, let's see, let me get down to the right spot here. You can also find Matt's books not only at mattsheabooks.net, but at Amazon. They're in Amazon, and you can purchase them there. Plus, if you go to Matt's website, he has several free books there, audiobooks that you can listen to. But I want to do this before I bring Matt in. This is his newest book. It's called The Cabin in the Woods. It's a paperback. It's a really cool read. It's 4 short stories put together, and it says, and other short stories. The Cabin in the Wood and Other Short Stories. Anyhow, that's Matt's newest book. And the back of the book has him and his daughter, and I always tell Matt that she makes the book look good. So anyhow, that's Matt. So let's bring Matt in. Hey, Matt, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I appreciate this.
Yeah.
But what I really appreciate
is the mug. Thanks. I got my mug here too. So
don't leave without it.
No.
We have got
quite a show today.
Well, where are you going to take us to?
I'm taking us to Bellevue, Bayview Cemetery from 1807. This is up in Bellingham. I visited several times, and I've had people in that area come to me knowing I was on the street they would
they would mention
the
the
cemetery,
cemetery,
the
the odds and ends
that they know
they know
about.
about.
Okay.
As recent as this morning, I talked to the receptionist.
She
She
threw
threw
to
to
more
more as well.
So we're
So we're
hitting
hitting
right.
right.
Hey Matt, hold up. Before you go any further, Matt and I did a little session before you guys started, and we tested it. And his microphone was kind of out of sync, and so anyhow, I hate to do this to you. Can you reset one more time and come back in? Because now your video is even frozen. There, it opened up again, but now your audio is really breaking up. Go ahead and try it again. You're taking us to the Bellingham Cemetery.
Yes, the
Bellingham
Bellingham
Cemetery,
and it's
and
called
it's called
the
the
Bayview
Cemetery,
and it
and it is renowned.
Bayview
Little
Cemetery.
story behind it
is
is
that
that
in
in 1870,
it used
it used to be off what was known as Reagan Road
to the
to the lake.
Watcom
Watcom
County
County was able to purchase it,
and it
and it
turned
turned the
cemetery
cemetery
expanded, and it's
and it's
actually
actually
the
the park in Bellingham.
Now we
Oh.
have
Now we have an address:
1420
1420
Woburn
Woburn
Street,
Street,
Bellingham,
Bellingham, Washington
98229,
98229,
and we have a
and we have a phone number:
360
360 778 7140.
Now we
Now
are
we are
approximately
approximately 20 minutes from
Canadian
the Canadian border.
on
On
I-5,
I-5,
we
we'll take exit 246,
and
and
because
because
of
of
the
the
burns,
the
left,
right, I would use your
GPS
GPS at that point.
But anyway,
But anyway, it's not far off the
freeway,
freeway,
and it is
and it is
clearly
clearly
out of the
out of the
800s.
800s.
It has
It has the lap,
rolling
ground,
well
well manicured,
and it
and
has
it has
old
the section that has the most lofty
stones
you'll
see
see in your life, in my opinion.
Now,
Now,
I'd like to
I'd like to mention
the
the
reports.
reports there.
They say
They say the monument is believed to be disaster
slash
slash paranormal,
and it's
and it's common for people to report to see
floating
as, for instance,
shadows
shadows and so forth.
and
And
sometimes
sometimes
a
it's
chill
chill
as
as
if
if
something
something
passed
passed
through you.
you.
But they
But they have
feature
feature
haunting
haunting
in the
in the old
and
section.
it's
It's
called
called
O
O section.
the letter
The letter O, the
O.
O.
They have
They have the
Angel
angel
Eyes
eyes
statue
statue
from
from
Italy.
Italy.
It was
It was
imported
imported in
in
1920 for that night,
and they
and they
claim
claim
eyes
eyes on the
monument
monument
are known
are
to
known
light
to
up,
light up,
especially at
especially at
night.
night.
Really?
But it
But
goes
it goes
further.
further.
There are
There are
people
people
they
that
see
see
those
those
eyes
eyes
wandering
wandering
around
along
the
the
ground.
ground.
So it's
So it's not tethered to the
tombstone.
tombstone.
See the eyes wandering around the ground?
Monsters by the pillow for people to catch that.
Oh.
And when they
And when they
statue,
statue the old section,
that's it.
that's it.
But
But 100 feet
from
from that
angel
angel
eye
eye monument
is we
is
have
we have
what is
what
known
is known as
bed.
bed.
A
And
what?
And it is
a
a
grave
grave spot
where the
where the granite is contoured like that.
and they
And
say
they say
that
that if you have a nerve
lay on
lay on that bed,
it will
it will take a few years off of the span.
Really? Now hold on. Go back up just a hair, and it's known as what?
It is
It is known as
deathbed.
deathbed.
Oh, deathbed.
The
Your
death-
audio is
death-
still kind of funky, but it's okay. We're getting through it.
Okay.
Okay,
Deathbed.
but
If
within
you
150 feet in that old section, O section.
really,
Now
Now,
we have
we have a lot of fun with this.
we
We
have
have
the
the
cavalry
cavalry men
in
in
name
name
of
of
the
the
good
Good
girls,
Girls,
and it is
and it is called
Mary
Mary
Bellingham
Bellingham,
tour, and the
and
good
the Good
girls
Girls,
they have
they have a website,
good
Good Times Girls at
billing
billing.com.
but they
But
also
they also have a phone number,
360
360-389-3595,
3595, and they
give
tours.
tours.
The
The next one is tomorrow,
September
September
7th,
7th,
and then we
and
also
then we also have one
Wednesday,
September 21st.
These
These
tours
tours
are
are about an hour and a half long,
and they
they
take
take
off the
off the
cemetery,
cemetery,
highly
concentrate
concentrate on the
old
old
section,
the
the
old
old
monuments.
monuments.
They will see the two
particular
particular monuments
monuments
they're
they're
talking
talking
about,
about,
and
and
they want
they want
everybody
everybody
to
to
join in to
join in to
speak
speak
hello to a
hello
lot
to a
of
lot of
interesting
interesting
folks
folks
that are
that
laid
are laid
their
for
eternal
eternal
rest
rest
here
here over a
ago. This is a
This is
fun
a fun
to be with.
to be with.
What is their website again?
They're
They're
called the
called the
Good
Good
Time
Time
Girls
Girls
Tour, and it's
and it's
Good
Good
Time
Time
Girls
Girls
at
at
billinghistory.com,
billinghistory.com
and the
and the
phone
phone
number
number
360
360
389
389
3595.
3595.
And they
And they
also
also
cover
cover
other
other
parts
parts
of
of
Bellingham.
Bellingham.
It's
It's
called
called
Berry
Buried
Tours.
Tours.
Say it again.
Buried
Buried
Bellingham Tours.
Tours.
Oh, Buried Bellingham Tours.
And there are a
And there are a
lot
lot of,
and then
Yeah.
they have other places
places
in the
in the
area.
area.
Some
Some
I've
I've
been
been
to,
to,
some I
some I
will.
will.
They have
They have the Herald Building,
Mount
Mount
Baker
Baker
Street
Street
are
are
not
not
too far away.
Spark News,
Old
Old
Town
Town
Cafe,
Cafe,
which I visited recently. A lot of stories attached to go on it.
Anacortes,
Been
been
there.
there.
Northern
Northern
State
State
Hospital,
Hospital,
been
been
there
there
a few
a few
times.
times.
And
And
Jim's
Jim's
Grill
Grill
in the
in the
area
area
has a
has
lot
a
of
lot of
stories
stories
attached to
attached
that
to that
one
one
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah.
So the
So
Good
the
Time
Good Time
Girls
Girls
have been
have been
proud
proud
to
to
hang
hang.
with. They
They
know
know
their
their
way
way
around
around
Bellingham
Bellingham
area.
area.
Now, have you been into this cemetery?
Yes, I
Yes,
have.
I
I've
have.
been
I've
to it
been
a couple
a couple
of
of
times.
times.
It's
It's
been
been
close to
close
a
to a
year,
year,
but I
but I
covered the
covered
whole
the whole
area,
area,
and it
and
has
it
that
has
very
that very
feeling.
feeling.
Again,
Again,
we're out of
we're
the
out of the
80s,
80s,
and it
and it
just
just
makes you
makes
think
you
of
think
those
of
old
those old
Forest
Forest
Farm
Farm
offices.
offices.
Yeah. Have you been there at night?
No, I
No, I
have.
have.
They have
They have
hours.
hours there.
They
They
open
open
at
at
9 in
9
the
in the
morning. They
morning. They
close at
close at
4:30 in the
4:30 in the
evening.
evening.
But when it
But when
comes
it comes
to
to
tours,
tours, they make
the
tests
for it.
for it.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now, question: Has the myth or the rumor about the statue, the eyes light up, and also that they're seeing a pair of eyes lit up at night wandering the cemetery.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
has there been any documented proof of that you know
They
of?
have this section on their website where they have actual footage,
but I'm
but I'm not
sure
sure precisely what
ones
ones
that
that they are about.
Okay. Which website is that?
Well,
Well, I would go
to
to the Buried Bellingham tour.
And then
Buried
From there, they have the website,
and it
and
goes
it goes
different
different directions with
paranormal.
paranormal.
Billed Bellingham tour. Okay, I'm gonna check that part out just to see it. See if I can see it. That sounds like a good place to go for a
It's
It's amazing.
Wow, but it feels eerie, huh?
It is
It is very eerie.
And
And
again,
again,
we are 1887,
1887,
and
long before
they had
they had the plots there.
long before it was a small cemetery.
Terry,
And when
and when the county
picked
picked
up
up on it,
they
they
greatly
greatly expanded.
Wow. Now, when I go to a cemetery, I don't know if you do this, but when we go to a cemetery, I look for the oldest grave I can find, and I look to see the date, and I look to see the newest date. Do you have any knowledge of that by chance?
I do.
I do.
Now,
Now,
they
they
have,
have,
when
when you look up the cemetery,
they
they
have
have
a
a list alphabetical order
who's
who's
buried
buried
there
there
and
and
when.
when.
In
In
regards
regards to
to
this
Washington,
Washington,
I have
I have so far found
four
four people
who were
who were
born
born
in
in
1800.
17.
That means it's feasible
that they
that they could have met
somebody
somebody
who met
who met
a
a
pilgrim
pilgrim
from
for
the
the
Mayflower.
Mayflower.
It means
It means they wouldn't
met
met someone who fought the Revolutionary War.
Sure.
But we do have that in this area.
Okay. And do you know what the newest date is by chance?
I'm
I'm not
sure,
sure,
but
but
scanning
scanning the list,
it was
it was as
recent.
Okay.
I would say
I would say, at present.
Now, are we talking in the whole cemetery overall, or in the old section?
Of the old section is left alone to my knowledge.
The
The new section, on occasion, they have a new resident.
Wow. That's interesting. That's the Bellingham Cemetery. Okay, now that one's got to be part of our. I'd have to arrange a tour, which I can do, but for after hours. But see, what Sharon and I have been kicking around is ending up with a place like this, or one of the hotels that you've taken us to, or pizzerias, or whatever, the restaurants in town, one of those things. But then also visit several of these places up there and make a day of it and an evening. And we're going to stay overnight. People could drive back, but
Easily,
we could
we
meet
could meet
at the
at the old town
and have
and have the
great
great
breakfast.
breakfast.
And they're
And they're very
open
open
about
about their story.
Because
Because they had not only,
we did a
we
show
did a show on it
recently.
recently.
yeah,
But it's not
But it's
just
not just downstairs,
upstairs
has
as
well.
well. And then
And then after
the
the
show,
show, we
go to
go
the
to the
Leader
leader
site and we'll continue.
oh yes, that would be fun.
We have
Hit-
a lot
We have a lot,
hit 2 or 3 places, have a late breakfast, maybe early brunch, but then hit 2 or 3 places during the day, and then go back to a hotel or whatever, somewhere, and regroup, and then later on that night go to dinner, and then hit one of the cemeteries or a place like that.
the
the
spark,
spark music
of
in
the
the
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. This sounds like a good place to go. But so did the last 3 you talked about up there in Bellingham. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out more on the Bellingham Cemetery, and I'll check out that tour site that you talked about, and we'll go from there and do that. How long, the 2 times you were there, how long do you think you stayed in the place each time?
Probably
Probably
about 2
2 hours,
three.
3.
Oh, is that
When
right?
I go there, I'm spending as long as I want.
Uh-huh. Makes sense. Makes sense. That's pretty cool. I think that's a good place. I'm gonna try and arrange that, and I think we'll do that before fall. Instead of trying to do our UFO thing, which keeps depending on whether there's clouds in the sky. We can't see the UFO lights in the dark, or in the clouds in the dark. But a cemetery we certainly can go to, as long as we don't have rain out of it. So that might be fun. Would you go with us?
Well, you bet.
You bet.
I'm just
I'm just down the
street,
street, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got to do that. I think that would be fun. So one more time, let's tell everybody, what are you working on a new book right now?
Yes, I
Yes,
am.
I am.
I'm
I'm working on several. I'm always doing it,
But I'm
but I'm doing paranormal,
and it
and it has to do with demon working
people
people into the casino
and
utilizing them the wrong way.
Oh,
And what
And what gave me that on
is
is work at a casino.
there are
There are
6
six
casinos
casinos in the area that
police
had police security guards and
that's
that's
hey,
hey, we're haunted.
yeah.
So
I
I
gotta
gotta do it.
So your books are that would be a factual book. So
Well,
not
Well, this won't be a factual
fiction.
fiction. It'll be
fiction
fiction based on the information the locals have given me.
right. That's what I meant. Yeah. Okay, but your current book, The Cabin in the Woods, all right, and that's available on mattshaybooks.net. It's SHEA Matt Shea Books.net, and also on Amazon. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's cool. Well, thank you for doing this with me today. I'm flying solo because Sharon's at the doctor. We were with some issues on her back, and about her back, I should say, not on her back, but over her back. But anyhow, that's good then. Thank you for the report. I really appreciate it.
Well,
I thank you because I'm on jury duty next week. So
this is
this
my
is my
opportunity.
opportunity.
It's not
It's not
the
the
second.
second.
Yep, I know. We worked out. We changed our schedule when we need to. We're good. All right, Matt, thank you. I'm going to let you go, and I will pull you out of this loop on this video. You have a good week, and we'll talk with you sometime soon.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Psychic
Psychic Radio.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, that was Matt Shea. Sorry about the audio breaking up. I got to tell you guys something, that the audio sometimes the audio goes, sometimes video goes when you do these kind of shows over the internet. But I want to tell you that Sharon and I, where we live, we have kind of a fake-aloo internet connection. And so what we did was we just switched to T-Mobile internet. And believe it or not, we have a great connection. My speeds, my upload speeds are 1.41 megabytes, and that's my download speeds. I'm saying it right. Yeah, my downloads 1.41, which is great, and my upload speeds are about 12, and so 12 is good for uploads. So it's something that you guys should think about if you have terrible or poor connections. It costs us. We chose the $50 a month plan. It gets us the higher speeds, and because we do video online, but it works wonderful. It's well worth the $50, and you get rid of your old internet, and you don't have to pay for that. But anyhow, that was Matt Shea from mattshaybooks.net. So let's see who else is with us. I said JM and Allison. Yeah, bad echo there. We had that. Get Smart is with us. And let's see. Oh, my sister Sylvia finally got on, she said. There's something that I was going to talk about briefly today because Sharon talked about this earlier on another show. And so I'm going to pull this up on my computer. And she talked about a stone that we have mentioned before several times, but it's actually, it looks like blue agate. It's called howlite, Howlite, and it's used to neutralize negative emotional energy, and not just in you, but around you. Okay, it says it's one of the most used stones, most used when counteracting negative energies originated by feelings and emotions of low vibration such as anger, fear, sadness, envy, and frustration. It's actually a mineral. Okay, howlite is a mineral, and it owes its name to Canadian geologist Henry Howe, H-O-W, hence the name howlite. It was actually discovered in Nova Scotia, Canada. The main functions of the stone. They did a study actually of crystal therapy. Howlite stones were found to as a reputation as an element that promotes peace of mind and spirit. It has relaxing properties, so it counteracts insomnia, facilitating a peaceful sleep. So if you're not sleeping, get some howlite, put it under your pillow. Highly recognized by American Indians as a shamanic stone for rituals, howlite is also useful for performing certain treatments. It plays a role in holistic medicine as a protective amulet when worn as a pendant next to the solar plexus. In fact, the solar plexus represents the energy center and the center of self-confidence. So it's a shamanic ancestral stone that has healing functions. So get some howlite. It looks like the American Indians used to make jewelry out of it. The blue agates, and I forget the other name of the blue stone. But anyhow, get yourself some of that if you're having any of those issues, or if you have people around you. Jam says I'm going to get a moss agate and a howlite. Thank you. Yeah, moss agate, good stuff too. It's got some great properties around it. Since I am flying solo today, I am going to do something that I haven't done for a while. Now, this is my little deck of cards, and I use rune cards, and so they are rune symbols on them. See those big red letters on them? That's actually the Vikings or the Celtic people's alphabet, written alphabet, and these are also their cards they use, the symbols they use for divination. So what I do is I'm going to start doing this on every show for a while and see if we can start telling the difference on some of this stuff, because one reason is I want people to try and give you some tools, try and be aware of what you are doing in your life and how you can go through it and counteract, change, or deal with some of the things that you're going through. So what I do is I just shuffle the cards, okay, and I'm going to shuffle them again. And what I do is I ask, when I'm doing it, I ask for what's the theme for this week all the way through till Saturday at noon when we do our show. So the theme of what's going to go on, and I'll pull a card blindly. I'm not looking at the cards. Just pull a card. It was actually upside down, which means the opposite of the upright meaning. And that card is missed opportunities. Okay, so, and which is kind of really weird, but not weird. We are going into Mercury retrograde on the 9th, I believe, and we are in the shadow of it, which happens to start about the week before, which is the 3rd through the 9th. Then you're in it for 3 weeks, and then you have a little bit of a shadow waning out for about a week. But this symbol fits perfectly with Mercury retrograde, because when things are in retrograde in Mercury, planet Mercury is in retrograde, what that means is that it's a period of redo. Old situations come back into your life that you thought you were done with. Old friends, enemies come back in your life that you thought you were done with. People you don't want to deal with, thought you had it handled. There's also a good chance that something mechanical and electronic communications will break down, which hence Matt and his sound today, his echo. So we're getting kind of this is telling you, or confirmation, that Mercury retrograde, this is going to be a real physical one more than a mental or energetic one. So look for these kind of things that we've been doing here, or experiencing today, like in fact, here's another one. I just went over Howlite again. Why, I don't know. It just popped up here, and I saw it, and I thought this is a good instance where I can show you something more about Howlite. It's actually a good stone for you guys to have. So I would say get yourself just a piece of Howlite. That's all you got to do. And if you're not sleeping, just put it under your pillow at night. And Howlite is not very expensive at all. You can Google it where you can buy Howlite at. But also the fact that Matt's audio was kind of out of whack today. And in fact, before the show, he reset his computer again and to see if it would clear it up. And it was actually got a little worse, but he did the best he could. He tried on that one, so I appreciate him doing it. Again, tell us where you guys are at by typing in and saying, hi, this is so-and-so, and I'm in wherever you are, because we like to know where people are coming from, okay? Let me get this off of here. Where did that come from? Let's take that away there. Okay, so now if you guys have any questions, I will answer your questions using my psychic hit that I get off of it and give you some free psychic advice, okay? But I have to also tell you guys there is the event that we do once a month. It's called Talking to the Other Side. We just did it this last Saturday, and it was a lot of fun. It was full house. It was packed. I think we had 2 seats or 1 seat open. But anyhow, it was fun. And we spent 4 full hours that we do every month from 5 to 9 p.m. We go around the room. We tell you guys our psychic hits. We answer questions. We also connect with those who've passed on. I like to tell you, let's focus on, one of the things I like to do is tell you about who comes into the room with you when you come in, and how we identify them, and then explain that, and then pass any messages that go on back and forth. So anyhow, that's just what we do. That's what we like to play around with it, I guess is a better way. And it's fun, but it's good for you guys. It's really healing. And we get a lot of messages, and when we do that event. And so if you're looking for some contact with someone who's passed over, join us on our next one. It unfortunately is the only one that we do in person. We don't do it online. And people have to be in the room on that. But that's the first Saturday of every month. And we do it in Fife, Washington, which is right between Seattle and Tacoma. And JD's on with us from Wales. Hi, JD, how are you? She says hello from Wales. So hello to you too, and thanks for joining. And thanks for letting me know where you're at. Anyhow, that's the event that's called Talking to the Other Side. Another one we do, and which is kind of cool because we're getting more people that are going to be joining in because online from all around the country. Oh, JD says, I'm good, thank you. We've had 2 people register for this week that are never been on with us already, and they're going to be joining us online. And I tell people this: you got to understand. Now, listen to this. It starts at 5:30 Pacific Daylight Time here in Seattle, and it's online and in person in the room with us. You get to see everybody in the room, and you get a free psychometry reading from one of the members on the psychic panel. You also and Doug will throw in some astrology sometimes on his readings, so because he's an astrologer also. But there's 4 people on the panel, and we will have them give you their psychic hits on what you need to do, what's coming up, I guess, is a better word to say. But we also, every week's a different speaker. This week it's going to be Donna Sebo. And Donna Sebo, you can find her online. You can also go to our website. She's on there on the radio show page. On the radio show page is where she's at. And links we like to share is one of the pages she's listed on also. In fact, I just put those 2 on, so I'm hoping it shows up at this time. But anyhow, Donna is a psychic, and she's also a radio host. She hosts, gosh, I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 shows a month that she does. And Sharon and I do 8 shows a month, but that may be increasing here this coming fall. We'll see. And so anyhow, join us. The Psychic Showcase only costs $5, okay? And I tell everybody, for $5, where can you go where you get entertained for a couple hours, and you also get a free psychometry reading with it, and you also learn a topic from somebody who's in the metaphysical / paranormal. So join us on that event, and then plus all of our radio shows, Saturday at noon and Tuesdays at 1. We're here every week. And by the way, somebody asked me, that picture is Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii, or what's around it. Anyhow, yay, you guys are working now. Dope. We've been working all along. Everybody else, Get Smart, says that it's good on their end, so it might have been just your end. I don't know. But anyhow, if you guys have any questions, now's your time to ask them, okay? We had something else. Oh, Sharon wanted me to talk to you about hers and my book. It is called We Hear and Speak to Dead People. Get my fingers out of the way. And the book is a compilation of ghost hunts that we've taken people on over the years. We're working on another book right now, but it's not going to be out real soon, but it's going to come out in the near future. This little guy right here, you see him? That little white person right there, that shadow. On the book, you can see his eyes, you can see his nose and a mouth, but that is a ghost that I took a picture of through the chain link fence of an old abandoned building called Western State Hospital. That's the original Western State Hospital, and which is now gone. But when we went there, the ruins were still there, and it was all half knocked down. And apparently they tried to knock it down. I think it was 4 times. Every time they did it, one of the workers was killed, so they stopped. And eventually they just threw up a 12-foot chain link fence around the whole thing with barbed wire on top. And so anyhow, we took, I believe we had 70 some people to that ghost hunt, we had a whole caravan of cars that went up the hill. And that ghost hunt is where we've got the most EVPs, or electronic voice phenomena, that we've ever had on a ghost hunt. And when you buy the book, I put a CD in the back that plays the ghost voices that you read about in there. Okay, and that's the second half of the book, is the ghost hunts that we've been on, and the ghost voices that go along with it. But in the first half, we kind of debunk some of the TV ghost hunting shows. I don't like people misusing the metaphysical and paranormal to just make money on, and to sensationalize it, and what I call Hollywooding it, to sell their TV shows. The ghost hunt shows you get, they're done very well, but I don't like the techniques they use. They're unethical and they're unprofessional as far as I'm concerned. They're not professional ghost hunters. They are professional sensationalists, because it helps sell the show. So it has to do that. And it's entertaining. I know, I understand, but that's not how you do it. Think about it this way. They come and irritate. If you watch the whole show as a whole, they irritate the ghosts, the spirits that are in the buildings or places, wherever you want to call it. How would you like it if I came to your house, uninvited, unannounced, and I sat there and did things to irritate you and piss you off? You would tell me to get out. You would do something. You might even get mad at me and try to throw me out physically, which is almost impossible for them to do. You might do something that would try to hurt me. And you might also say a few things that get on the tapes. So they do catch EVPs. That's not an unlikely thing. But in our book, we teach you not to do that. We teach you how to do it the right way. And the right way, the ultimate right way, is to, when you encounter somebody or some spirit, you want to tell them to look into the light. Go towards the light. Your loved ones are there. You can come back at will. And you don't have to hang around here, because we've had a lot of people over the years, a lot of spirits that say they're lost, they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do. But you can release them from where they are. And I've actually had some of them turn around and say to me, "Oh, is that what that was? I saw that." So we tell them to go find the white light, go to it. Another person said, "I didn't know that they were there," told us that. So anyhow, we've got EVP voices from, oh gosh, 25, 30 years ago, in the 90s. Anyhow, we've got lots of them, and every once in a while I play a few of them. But for people, and we could do that again on another show. I think we'll wait till right before Halloween, and we'll play some EVPs and some of the new EVPs that we've got. We just went to a cemetery and with some people, and we got some ghost voices there. So literally, it was within a month, I think, about a month ago, 4 weeks ago. Anyhow, we got some new ghost voices there. So that's kind of what we do. But see, we want to educate people. Everything we do, from everything that's posted on our website, all of the events that we do, are done so that people can learn and experience and learn the paranormal and the metaphysical. And people ask us why. Number one, if you're better educated about things, you can understand them and deal with them in a good way, or a correct way, a positive way, when you encounter that. Number two, when you know these things, most people tend to take it to heart, and they start applying it to their own life, and it kind of becomes a way of life. You kind of live it. Okay, but also, another reason why is because we want you to be equipped when you hit the other side, because the more you know here, the more you're going to use that information when you get to the other side. Okay, so that's why we do what we do. We try to educate people. This is a normal thing. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to shy away from. It's not something that is going to hurt you. It can hurt you, but see, this is what we teach you is how to do these things and protect yourself. Keep yourself in the white light. And so we want people to learn about it. We want people to experience it. This is why we take people on ghost hunts, whether it's a cemetery, a building, I don't know, anywhere. That's why we've done ghost hunts. We've done ghost hunts in cemeteries, feed stores, old feed stores, hotels, restaurants, bars, and most of them are after hours. You know, we don't want to. We try not to mix in with the crowd too much that's there. Houses. We've done houses. We've done hotels. Oh shoot, parks, state parks, military, ex-military installations. All kinds of different places because there's spirits everywhere, whether they died there or they came with the land before what's there. And here's a good case is we had somebody who contacted us and said that they wanted us to come to their house because they were having experiences with paranormal activity. So we went to their house and definitely somebody was there. We cleared the house for them. And that was a little process that we did. It took us about an hour, but we cleared the house, and their problem stopped, went away. So what it was it was a fairly new house, okay. And so they asked us, "Are we bringing it in? Is it coming with us? What's the deal?" And we said, "No, it came with the land." And it was a spirit from a time in the past, and it came with the land. So what we did, we cleared it and we explained it to them, and all of their problems went away. So, which is a good thing. And you can do clearings yourself on your house. You're building your office. You can learn to feng shui things, which is something else that we have speakers on from time to time, or have had speakers on. You know, I want to tell you guys something. The things that I'm talking about, all this, with the exception of the ghost hunting, okay, you're going to need to go on the ghost hunt with us or read the book that we wrote. It's called We Hear and Speak to Dead People. It's only available on our website because we wanted to control the distribution of it. It gives us a little more control if we sell it. But anyhow, Sharon is going to be giving her Psychic 101 class. That's what she calls it, Psychic 101. She covers all kinds of subjects from colors, candles, let's see, stones, crystals, meditations, psychic ability. Gosh, Patty, you've taken her class. If you're still on with us, Patty, what's some of the other things that are in there? I mean, there's just it's a full from A to Z pretty much of psychic, paranormal, metaphysical information. And that's coming up this fall. Later on this fall, she's going to do. Oh, hi, Linda. She just joined us. But that's coming up this fall. It's going to be posted on our website at psychicspectrum.com. But that will be on there, and you guys can join that because I'm going to broadcast this class online. It's going to be live online, so you'll be able to see it there. And Debbie just joined us from La Quinta, California. Hi, Debbie. But that's a good class, and you get a manual of your own, and each week she gives you that week's lesson. It's a progressive one, and each week you get that week's lesson printed out, and you can insert it in your book. So, and then she goes over it with you, okay, and in depth, and answers questions and tells you guys all about it. So anyhow, that is what's coming up for that, and it's going to be very interesting. Now I got to say this, in November. Oh, Valerie, hi Valerie, how are you? In November, I am going to do another rune class, and that, like I said earlier, is teaching you guys not only to read the rune cards that I use, but also to tap into your psychic ability while you're doing it. So, and you don't have to become a psychic reader. That's not what we're saying. You can off of it. Many people that we know have done that, actually. I give you a certificate, a Psychic Spectrum certificate of graduation on it, and you can just use that information to read for yourself, apply it to yourself or whatever you want to do. And it's a good class to take because it prepares you or arms you and teaches you how to tap into your psychic ability. And it's a 2-day class. It's all day Saturday and pretty much all day Sunday. Sometimes I get a little done sooner than the end of the day, and so it just it's very intense. It's an intense. On my website it says it's an intensive 2-day class. So, but I'll teach you how to read the rune cards and do it for yourself. I've had, gosh, over the decades here, the last 3 decades, 30 years, I've probably done this class, oh, I'd say a good 300 times for people online and people in person. And that class can be done online also. In fact, that class is going to be strictly online. So you don't even have to come here. You can do it from anywhere in the world. But it's a good class. And we really get into it. We really teach you how to tap into your psychic ability when you're doing it. And even when you're not reading the cards, you can still use that same information to tap into your psychic ability. So it's a good class for you, but that's fall and winter stuff. Sharon's Psychic 101, and that'll be posted on the website. My rune class, I think it's already posted. I'll check it after the show, and it'll be posted so you guys can check it out. So anyhow, we have a good time doing these things and teaching you guys all about this. Now, I will say that on Saturday's show at noon, actually, no, I don't even want to give you a teaser on that. It's going to be interesting. Just join us Saturday at noon, and we post our shows usually the day before. So on Monday or Friday, the shows are posted. And if you go to Facebook, YouTube, excuse me, YouTube or Twitter, you can find the posting, and then it has a little thing that you can click on that says get a reminder, and it'll remind you of the show that when it comes on live. It'll say, hey, we're going live. And anyhow, 1 o'clock Saturday, noon, 1 o'clock Tuesday, noon Saturday, that's Pacific Daylight Time, Seattle, Tacoma area is where we are. Okay, so join us in the things, and we have a good time, and we hope you learn from it. So I have a guest coming up in, let's see, 2 weeks. We're having a guest. Hopefully he'll be able to get on with us from MUFON, and his name is Jesse, and he is a MUFON investigator, field investigator for the Mutual UFO Reporting Network, but it's MUFON. Mutual UFO Network. Anyhow, he's a field investigator. He's going to talk about some of the cases from the past, but some of the current cases also, which I thought was interesting because it tells me that they're still active, and he is on the East Coast, but he will have information about these things for aliens and that kind of thing. We're also going to have him as a speaker at our Psychic Showcase on a Wednesday evening, so you can catch him twice and ask him questions twice. But anyhow, go to the website. Everything we do is posted. And I will say this, if you pick an event that you want to attend, whether it's in person or online, before the event, go to the website and check it. If there's not going to happen, if some reason something happens, we're not going to be online, you or even live, you will find it posted there. It'll say right on the home page. I always put something on there right at the top of the home page. It'll say this event has been canceled due to whatever, but it's not very common that we do that. Once in a while, the weather might affect an outdoor event that we're going to, or I guess that's the only reason we've canceled an event that I can think of. But anyhow, that's how we do what we do. So I hope you guys join us at some of our events. Oh, one more thing. Like I said, Facebook, you can find us at, it's Sharon, spelled Sharon, Sharon, and Sharon Lion Gang, or you can go to Psychic Spectrum's Facebook page, or you can go to YouTube on Psychic Spectrum Radio. And you can also go to Twitter on our Psychic Spectrum, at Psychic Spectrum, because that's where we broadcast our show on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So join us, okay? My sister says I get to move first part of October. Hope my foot is better. Yeah, you'll be doing pretty good by then. You'll still be hobbling a little bit. You're not going to be totally over, but you might a slight. You got to be careful with it. You're going to have to be careful all the way into November. So, but you're going to feel good for it and you'll be ready to move. So she just got her new place. So good for her. Anyhow, I'm glad you guys joined us today. Linda says that it's a great class. I don't know which one, if it's Sharon's Psychic 101 or mine, but whatever it was a great class. I'm glad you guys joined us. I'm going to call it a day here. It's been almost an hour, and I have trouble talking on my own for an hour. My wife, she talks better and longer and more. And so she's the funny man, I'm the straight guy. So I guess that's it. Oh, Linda's referring to my rune class. Good. Thanks, Linda. I guess that's it for today, you guys. So I am going to call it a day. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoyed Matt's report on the Bellingham Cemetery. That was interesting. And go to mattshaybooks.net and check out his books, or go to Amazon. Matt Shea, he's the author that writes all these good things. And we will see you guys on Saturday at noon, and we'll see how Sharon's back doctor told her what's going to go on. So have a good week, you guys. And remember, you're going in a redo period here for the rest of this week. And then when you hit the 9th, which is Friday, I think, you're going for the next 3 weeks in Mercury retrograde, and you're going to be redoing things. So you guys take care. Linda says take care. See you Saturday. Jan says great show as usual. Give Sharon a hug for me. Oh, I will. But anyhow, thank you very much, and we'll talk with you guys later. So I'm going to play the music for our theme song. And that theme song is a song that's special between Sharon and her dad. And the whole key there, the words are, how do you do when you listen to that song? So I'm glad you guys joined in. Thanks, and we'll see you later. Four Leaf Clover says, sending healing to the wife. Thank you. I'll tell her. All right, you guys. Have a good week.